So it's Friday. That means we're here for Foxhole Friday. I want to share with you today, many of you who follow me, and in case you didn't, I love to read. And part of my morning growth routine is a book. My kids see it all the time. They know that Dad's got a book in a certain place of the house. They know that Dad reads every day. And part of that is I love the morning growth that I get from sitting down with a book. There was a point in my life that I didn't think I could read anything. I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't think I could read a book in a 12-month period. But I just finished my 5th book of the year. And part of this Foxhole Friday is I want to share with you something to maybe help you retain what you're reading. If you're like me, I have trouble retaining information that I have given to me. I have trouble retaining what is coming into my brain 4 months, 5 months later after I read the book. And one thing that I've started doing in the past was keeping notes. And what I actually do is when I sit down and I read a book, I actually sit down with a notebook right behind it. So if I've got my knees up here, I got a notebook right behind the book that I'm reading. When something catches my attention and it makes me think, I sit and I take the pen out, I write the note, I write the paragraph, I write the phrase, whatever it is that I need, so that I can go back and dial into it later. And what I did is I just got done reading Chip Gaines's new book. It's called No Pain, No Gains. I definitely do recommend it. And because it talks about making networks, it talks about making connections. And what I wanted to talk to you about with completing this book is about making the connection with remembering what you're reading. A lot of times, like I said, I have trouble with that. So I wanted to share something with you that I've never shared before. And this is actually the notebook that I've had the last 4 books that I've read. And see, you can tell right there, right there. Those are notes, front and back. And my goal is to fill up every single notebook with information. And this year, like I said, I've already read 5 books. And I just want to encourage you. Let's be real here. It's hard today to remember anything. So we need to write it down. Part of being able to grow is to be able to go back and dial in on information that maybe you've forgotten. I want to encourage you today, from my heart, sit down and read a book. And no disrespect, I don't mean not on an electronic device. I mean sit down with a book that you can read and put a bookmark in. Put a notebook behind that. Put a notebook behind that book. Take down notes as you're reading. It'll take you longer to read the book because you're going to stop and you're going to write down information. But let me tell you, when you get done with that book, and you can go back 3 months, 5 months, a year later, and you can go back and you can read through everything that you wrote down, it's like you just read the book again. So I want to encourage you because this helps me tremendously in climbing out of my foxhole, keeping the retention of the information, being able to dial back in and take it to a whole nother level by always having this when you don't have time to go back and read this. So I want to encourage you today. Read, but take notes. Put your notebooks away so that you can go back into it. That's part of creating a library for success. So I just want to encourage you today, Foxhole Friday, take notes, remember, retain, and go out and climb out of your foxhole.